He's like, oh, we got a policy no neck tat, so I don't have one. He goes, yes, you do. I go, no, it's a back tat.
Yeah, they would have loved that. I saw a photo of you in the sauna last night. Did you get a bit of a workout?
Yeah, probably need to double up. It was a solid weekend, yeah. Got away from me as it does. Saturday turned into Monday pretty quickly.
Do you tell yourself I'm only going for whatever, or do you just know that it's...
No, like, because Sunday was the day. Like, some of my mates were... So I was going to see my mates on the Sunday. So Saturday we got up there, went to check out the bar that I'm involved in. Like, I was not open yet, just went up there and just see where it was and what exactly is going on in there.
What did I invest my money in?
Basically, and then we went to... Tried to go to the Burleigh Pavilion, but I wasn't allowed in.
Oh, tats?
Neck tat, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I was like...
Isn't that wild?
Oh, mate, what a fucking disgrace. Now, it's their place. They can do whatever rules they want. But like, surely someone's eventually have to sue them for like discrimination at some stage.
Yeah.
Like, I got through the front doors because my mate, who was there on the Friday night, his mate's got full neck tats. And bad luck. So I was like, well, I technically don't have a neck tat. So I walked in, and the old lady, two old cunts were sitting there. Old lady and a bloke. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I walked in and I took like 2 steps up. She was like, hey. He's like, oh, we got a policy no neck tat, so I don't have one. He goes, yes, you do. I go, no, it's a back tat.
Yeah, they would have loved that.
That's actually a back tattoo. You go, so no, it's a neck tat. I was like, but the lady was like to the old bloke, this loser, and she was like, oh, what do you think? So she was giving him an out. It wasn't like this hard. He was like, oh, what do you think about that? And I was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I was just mate. Like, we're going for a couple of beers before we went and met someone like for a late lunch and some drinks. So we're going to be a couple of hours, have whatever. And he was like, nah, we got a policy here. I was like, whatever, man. What's the point of arguing? So I'm going to wear a turtleneck next time. But
well, because I've seen people they give them the sleeves to put on.
No, so they didn't have an issue with. I had a t-shirt on. They didn't give an issue with my hands and my arms. So it was
just neck.
Apparently that's their policy, no neck tattoos, which is odd. Like, I understand 20 years ago, like any club that does it, like or play 20 years ago, where I guess people who had tattoos and neck tats are like
quite nefarious. Sort of
exactly.
Characters.
Like now, like you've got all walks of people having tattoos and neck tattoos and whatever face tattoos. So it's discrimination. So I'm thinking about going. Thinking about going to court.
Surely you could get enough people to sign it now.
A lot of people would have been knocked back. But it's like, so tell you what, there's not much else going on around there on Saturday Arvo, though.
Yeah.
Like, because we walked up that James Street and it was actually quite weird. It wasn't weird. We walked up, went to Pink Flamingo or something. I don't know
I know
what it's called. Like on the rooftop. I was seeing a couple of people over there, and we didn't want to go to the RSL because we just get stuck on the pun all day. And I was like, I can do that. I can do that down here. So I was like, let me just go. Let's just be normal humans instead of just being degenerates on the pun. So I went upstairs, and there was probably 30 people up there, whatever. It was pretty quiet, but no word of a lie. Literally every group of people that were in there had one guy with a neck tat. I was like, I'll go to the reject shop. I was like, this is dead set the reject shop for the pub. I go, everyone has just gone, no, we can't get in there. Let's just walk up here. And this is like a rooftop. It's got sun and stuff like so. It was literally like the reject shop for the Burleigh Pav. So I went up there and then I was like, well, I don't know where else to, like, I don't go out in Queensland. So I couldn't tell you where to go.
Yeah.
So we ended up getting a suite. We ended up getting a penthouse and just... basically, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like 10 a.m. and I was like, "Can we get this for 2 nights yet?" And they go, "No." Nah. So what time's checkout? They go about 10 or 11. It was like 10 o'clock. I was like, "Fuck, we better get out of here." So not sure we got the bomb back, but it was out. Then went back to my mate's apartment and had a couple more there. Then went to the beach club thing, and then
it was pretty sick.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good enough. Yeah, it's in the middle of surface, so it's,
it's
an interesting crowd.
Yeah,
but
it's wild, hey?
Yeah. That was fun, mate. It was good enough. Like, I wouldn't rush back there every weekend, but it was nice to see some mates I hadn't seen in a minute and had a bit of fun and come home with my tail between my legs.
Yeah, nice.
Watched the 2 NFL games. The first one, I fucking tried so hard to watch it all, but I was fading. I was hurting. And then I was normal normal as I could have been after the weekend I had for the Bills Chiefs. Then called like a 3 3 o'clock flight home, slept as I got on the plane, woke up when we landed, and then got home and
I like that.
Yeah, slept. Yeah.
That's good. What do you think, Bills Chiefs? You a bit shattered for Josh Allen, or don't care?
No, I had a sizable enough bet on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just too good, aren't they?
Well, it's like you said at the end, to be the champs, you got to beat the champs, and until someone beats him in a playoff game, why would you not back them? So I said to the boys up there, a couple of them took the Bills. I said, man, how often do you get $1.80 for the Chiefs at minus? It was basically a pick of minus. They were minus 0.5. So I basically had just to win by a point. I was like, you're not going to get these odds on the Chiefs like this. And you obviously got them in the Super Bowl too. But I was like, I'm sticking with them until they prove to beat me, because I'm a gambler where I was like, if I had to back the Bills and the Chiefs had won, I would have fucking kicked myself and be like, why the fuck did I not back the Chiefs?
The best team that is.
If I backed the Chiefs and the Bills, I'd be like, well, fair enough. They've been, I just deserve to be beat. But I'll be having another sizable bet on the Chiefs again.
Yeah. So you just think it's like go with the trend?
Well,
trend's your friend.
It's such a quarterback-driven league, the NFL. I know Saquon's a freak, and he'll probably have a 60-yard touchdown. No, but it's such a quarterback-driven league that he's probably the best quarterback that's ever played the game. Like Brady, why would you back against Brady in the playoffs? And obviously he lost every now and then, but Mahomes has only lost to Brady.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, it's absurd. So he's the best quarterback, and he finds a way to get it done. He just always finds a way, and the refs are on their side, if you believe. Do you
believe that?
Well, the Taylor Swift effect is very big. It's an entertainment league, and more eyeballs on it because Taylor Swift will be in the crowd. Yeah. If they win, they'll be celebrating. She'll be on the duck boats when they go on the street. There'll be more views, more clicks. But do I believe it? Well, that first down, the fourth down rush by Josh Allen looked like was the first down. But I think why it looks like the refs are on their side is because every time they get a penalty for them, it counts. They do something with it. They'll go down and they'll score instead of a penalty goes against the Chiefs, and the Bills might end up punting anyway, so it doesn't affect the game as much. Where every time sort of the Chiefs get a break, they seem to capitalise on it. But I think he's just
pretty amazing side, isn't it? And it's like
a three-peat would be unbelievable. But obviously, it's never happened before. It'd be like the greatest team, and I'm a Pats fan, but it's argued the greatest dynasty in the history of the NFL, which is pretty solid.
Pretty crazy to think about.
Unbelievable. That's why. But hopefully it's a good game. I'll back the Chiefs one out, but then I'll have 1,000 different
multis going through something. What do you reckon? What do you reckon about the Eagles? Any chance or?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing about the Chiefs, when's the last time they flogged someone? Well, I think they've like 10 or something one-score games in a row, and they've won them all. So the pattern says it's going to be close. Saquon's a freak, and the way they run the ball, a lot of time will go off the clock. The way they run it, I imagine they want to keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands as much as possible. So they'll just try and run the ball, drain clock, and give it to Saquon. But if Saquon keeps running touchdowns in from 70 yards, it's hard to drain the clock when they've got the ball for a minute.
Yeah.
That's a good job, isn't it, picking up the
whole
shit up.
He's done well, though.
Isn't he?
He's got a method.
But yeah, they're probably a better team. Probably got better skill position players, and just the one spot where they're not better is quarterback.
Obviously, because it's a repeat from last year.
A couple of years ago. So repeat game. But do you reckon there's something in that, when you've been to one, because you guys won it first year you were there. Yeah, well, you got to
lose. Were you calmer the second time around?
No, we got beat. So.
But
not really. I'm a reasonably calm person anyway, so probably not the right person to ask. But you got to lose one to win one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't particularly believe that, but Jalen Hurts has obviously been there, so he'll understand. It's a bit different lead up for them because it's 2 weeks, and the second week's all travel, and they go to obviously New Orleans this time. They got the media day. It's sick. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. So he'll obviously Saquon's first one. So the Chiefs have all been there. Apart maybe Hopkins hasn't and Marquise Brown enough, but most of them have been there. I'd imagine most of the Eagles boys have been there, but
You're still
I
nervous.
don't know, once the game starts, like,
Doesn't really matter.
no, because you've got so. Our game, you're worried about where the ball's coming, where you're getting the ball next. Their game, you listening to the quarterback snap count, listening to the snap, not thinking about fucking playing in the Super Bowl. But I just, like all big major finals, no matter what sport, you just hope it's a good game.
Yeah,
like
that's
our last, apart from the Collingwood's granny, last few grannies here have been over by quarter time and half time. You like put the races on.
I reckon it's like 1 every 5 or 1 every
Yeah, like the one last year was sick because went to overtime. So like the Chiefs Niners, that was good.
Well, I'm saying ours is like 1 every 5.
I know.
Yeah, so it would probably be a similar stat as well.
Yeah,
you know.
But I just hopefully it's a good game, and I'll be watching it. It's weird drinking piss at 10 a.m. on a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Someone's got to do it.
So it's obviously a lot more popular here than what it was. So like I walked from home and like basically every 2 out of 3 pubs are organising Super Bowl here Monday, all American food, drinks, $50 or whatever it is, so most of the pubs will be full.
I reckon it's kind of one of the good things about social media is like growing the sports because they just obviously your highlights just go through and you're like, oh, and then you get a little bit of interest about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you're like, bang.
Well, how did you watch it?
Back in the day.
Before, no.
Maybe like one game.
Yeah, they might have
delayed.
Like the NBA. I remember when the NBA was on, it was like on Channel 10 on a Saturday morning. It was usually a Bulls game because of Jordan.
Yeah.
But now, obviously with streaming and stuff like that, you can watch it to your heart's content.
Remember when AFL was delayed? It was like
growing
up.
When I was a kid, on a Saturday arvo.
Like crazy that it was just delayed. You couldn't.
Yeah.
So weird.
Right.
Weird to think. Have you got any I know you gave us an insight last week about SGA. That was your go-to bet. Have you got any type of bets for the NFL that you like? That you like to play?
Him and Jokic are the two that usually. Very rarely do they go under. SGA's first quarter points is just over 10. It's free money basically.
Yeah. But does anything apply for the NFL for that? Or not really.
Not really, because it depends on Saquon. The one Saquon bet that I've had sort of the last 5 or 6 weeks, which is one every week, was his longest rushing yards always been between 20 and 25 yards. He's run for 60, all of them. So I've had a little go at that. And I'll do that again Super Bowl weekend. His longest rush. I wonder if I've got it up now on Dabble. Might not have the props up now, but basically over his whatever it is, over his longest.
Yeah.
Well, I did it on the first snap they had last week. So that was obviously a very sweat-free bet.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, they've got it.
They got it? What is it?
23.5 yards, $1.90. So let's start. His last 5, 60, 23, 17, 78, and 60. So and they're gonna jam it down his throat, you would think, because no point resting him now because they've got one game to go. So and obviously the Chiefs' defense is very good, but he'll break one off. He'll get one. He might not get many, but.
Isn't their legs are so wild how strong they are to the change of pace.
They're freaks, aren't they?
I'm just how do they not do more knees? Do you know what I mean? This bang. I feel sometimes running around and chasing the kids. I'm gonna pop an ankle.
And how heavy they are, and they're fast switch. How big? Even the big fellas like Jordan Mailata and stuff like that. They're 150, 60 kilos, and they're actually pretty sharp and agile, man. It's hey, aren't you breaking your ankles? But that's why they're the obviously best in the world, and Saquon's just a freak. So that's probably the one. That's one of the 1,000 bets we'll have, but that's probably at the moment my best bet.
Yeah,
and probably Mahomes over his rushing yards. They rush him a lot in the so quarterbacks. I've had a heap of basically backed all quarterbacks rushing yards in the playoffs because they don't try and save themselves. They're trying to win.
Yeah,
so they always get them. Well, not always. That's a lie, but. Mahomes, so I'll take probably Mahomes's.
Just trying to extend the play and then
or over long. His long rush yard I think was 9.5 or 10 last week, and when he runs, he usually gets a first down. So I was just 10 there, bang, just one go.
Yeah. That's good. Cool.
Really had a look at the basketball. Jimmy Butler's obviously getting traded. I've been watching it.
So do you reckon have you now that the trades are about to happen?
Feb 6 is a deadline,
Yeah, and then so like you'll just wait till you make your call on who wins it from the East?
I think
Boston's looking pretty good again.
Yeah, Boston are hard to beat. Boston are hard to read. I've anchored them in some multis at like $1.20 and they've been beaten. They've been horrible. But once again, like, they're probably
just
not
cruising.
too dissimilar to the Chiefs. They're just sort of
cruising along.
waiting, yeah. And they play so many games. A lot of them don't really count. They all count, but like they're not as important as the NFL, where every game matters. If I had to say who was going to play in the playoffs now, I'd probably say Oklahoma and Boston.
Yeah,
but I'd like to see Cleveland a bit boring.
They are boring. I just can't get behind them. Hey,
no, I try and watch them and go, they're just.
I mean, they're like obviously pretty good.
Yeah, they're very good.
Bucks,
Houston is surprising.
Mate, so I'm a big Houston man. So it's like, I've been following them since Chase McGrady and
James Harden era was good. Chris Paul.
It was good. James Harden era, 27 threes, missed them. Should have been the Golden State. Could up in both of those games, 6 and 7. Anyway, they'll just be like another one. It was like one of those Sacramento teams.
Well, I read this morning that De'Aaron Fox is on the trade table. Spurs are his preferred.
Geez, that'd be all right, wouldn't it?
Spurs, Fox and Wemby. Fuck.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
Geez, there'd be some fast play going as well. Like, imagine can push the pace, slow it down.
Yeah. My bet of the century was, I sent it to the boys in the group. I got a gambling group chat. When Wemby played in Paris.
Oh yeah.
I was like, mate, bet Wemby any which way you want, over points, over PRA, over rebounds, over assists. It all went over. It all hit. They won at $2.20. I was like, what a fucking fill up that was. It was like 5 in the morning. Put it all back that day, but anyway.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, but the point is you got the recognition from everyone.
Exactly. As I told you, boys.
Yeah. Knicks aren't going to do anything. I don't reckon.
Nah, Bucks.
Are they going to get anyone in?
No, I think so. I don't think so. I think the Lakers are trying to get a big.
Lakers aren't doing anything.
Don't know what the Warriors are trying to do. Obviously, Fox, Jimmy Butler's going.
Julius Randle as well.
I think Nurkic is going, so they haven't been playing him. Yeah, Randle doesn't really fit with Minnesota, so I don't know. It all happens pretty crazily in the NBA. So
it does, doesn't it?
What's the date today? We've got about a week or something, don't we?
Yeah,
29th. Yeah,
it's a bit of time.
But we're kind of in like a
Clippers are useless. They're not doing anything.
No, Kawhi's.
Suns are terrible.
Yeah, they're all right with that Nick Richards. They're trying to trade for Jimmy Butler. I'm not sure what he'd do because they wouldn't.
Who gets the ball?
Well, Beal would have to go, but Beal's got a no trade clause and not trading Booker and they're not trading Durant. So I don't know, unless Beal wants to go, which I don't think he does. Unless he wants to go be a number one on another team, I don't know how they get him. But in the NBA, it's kind of like if you put enough pressure on as a star player, you sort of get to where you want anyway. A bit like all sports now. But the NBA's kind of sort of in a weird holding pattern in the moment. You just got to sort of.
I've got to halve the season, I reckon.
So, I mean, like after the All-Star breaks, when it starts, everyone's like
then
the home sprint. So, when's the All-Star break? Like mid-Feb or something, is it?
Yeah, Feb.
So, it's like you just got to hold on till now. At least it gives us something to bet on during the day.
Good thing about the Rockets. Rockets will have so much trade value for next year because they're all young team.
Yeah.
So
how was that? Amen Thompson's fucking
he's
sick
good,
too.
isn't he? Yeah, he's unreal. And they're getting paid nothing. Like all these guys get paid $0 because they're all still on their original contracts.
What do you think about the All-Star game? Do you think they should cancel it?
Yeah, I reckon it's shit. Do something better. I reckon like a one-on-one tournament. Like it's been thrown around so many times. Like imagine seeing like Jarvis, like Edwards, or
the only thing is, would they try? That's.
Don't know.
I mean. That's literally the only problem. Would they try?
Surely, like those guys have egos when it's 1 versus 1, right? Or do you reckon
you think they'd have egos when? Yeah, well, you'd think so. Well, yeah. I put up money because money talks.
Only good.
Put up 10 million for the winner of. The NBA's got fucking heap of money.
I know, but they're putting up $500,000. Well, who cares about that? They don't care about that.
So I mean, put up 10 million for the winner.
I know.
If you put up 10 million for the winner of the one all the All-Star game, $10 million per person, they're going to imagine it's 150 million or something.
Dame already said he's going to donate it. He's like, give it away.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
yeah, when you're
I
making
don't care.
50 mil a year, and plus and that's just your contract. Then you got endorsements that are probably the same.
Yeah, imagine
alright.
them doing a brand deal. You reckon here's a couple mil.
know. A couple of grand for this post here on Instagram. Yeah, of
cheers.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. A couple of grand a letter in the
yeah.
post.
Oh, too good. Dane Swan, as always.
Thanks, mate.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.